Welcome to jamplay.com. My name is Stuart Ziff, and we're talking about one of my all-time heroes, Mr. Michael Bloomfield. Great recording, if you can pick it up, called the Super Session Live. It really is this two big jam sessions that Mike Bloomfield and Al Kooper did, one at the old Fillmore West in San Francisco and one at the Fillmore East in New York. And there's some outstanding playing all around on everybody, between everybody who played. And particularly the New York sides from the Fillmore East. Mike's playing is, I think, purely inspired. It's funkier, it's got a greasiness to it, and he's up there playing with really top-notch, really, really outstanding musicians. Jerry Jamot, who was a session musician in New York, Paul Harris, who was a session player, a drummer named Johnny Cressy, who I believe was doing a bunch of sessions at that time. So he's playing with guys that are of his caliber and really kicking him around on the stage and really driving him and processing the ideas that he's putting out and backing him up with great finesse, but also with great ferocity. And it starts out as a rumba. We've got a track here that's loosely based on the song. And it's in the key of C. It's a 12-bar blues. And there's a whole pile of choruses with the rumba feel. But then there's two choruses where it breaks out into a shuffle. I'm going to play those. And I'm basically going to play the kinds of things that Mike played in there. Again, addressing the changes. Also, the other thing that sounds familiar to my ears is you really see what a disciple of B.B. King he was, because he always said that B.B. King was his favorite guitar player. So I'm really going to try and play it in that style that Mike did, addressing the changes, but playing it in a way like B.B. King would address the changes. And the thing kicks off. Now, if you listen to that, it's really C minor pentatonic with a couple of chromatic notes in there. Then he introduces the next phrase. He's playing a C7 arpeggio, but he winds up on the sixth, which is A. And A against an F9 is the third. So the sixth becomes the third. So he's doing things like that to address the changes. One of the other things that you're going to hear me do that he does it's in a way it's call and response with himself. He does all of that over the 4 chord. And he resolves it back to the 1. So I think that's really cool. It's his phrasing and it's his timing. And he's definitely thinking, I believe, in 2-bar phrases. Because if you mapped it out and you charted it out and you transcribed his solos, you would see that they're not choppy one-bar phrases. He'll play like, you know. That was definitely about 2.5, almost 3 bars. So he's doing things like that. He's really making a powerful statement when he plays. He's being conversational. He's being dynamic. He's being melodic. And he's addressing the changes. That's what he does. I'm going to pick it up and play 2 choruses with the rumba feel, and then go right to the shuffle feel, and then back to the rumba. So there you have it. That's kind of a rumba shuffle, rumba/shuffle, in the style of Mike Bloomfield. I believe I tried to address the changes. I tried to bring in a lick that he was famous for doing. Which is kind of the pentatonic with the arpeggio. Did that over the 5. And then tried to answer it in a sympathetic way, so to speak. I found this a lot of fun to play to because there's so many, we've done a lot of shuffles, and shuffles are great to play to. But we only had one other rumba before this, and that's in the Albert King series. So I put a lot of choruses on here of the rumba feel so you could sort of dig that feel and enjoy it and do your best to try and come up with some tasteful 1- and 2-bar phrases and address the changes. I would suggest you listen to what the organ part is doing in this song because it's very crucial to what Mike is playing because it's definitely got that kind of sound. So he's really playing to that. He's playing to the sound and the harmony that the organ is playing. So if you think of it in those terms, as opposed to thinking of it, well, it's a 12-bar blues in C with a rumba feel, but really pay attention to what the keyboard is playing. That's your foundation. That's what you're playing to, harmonically speaking. But you're playing the blues. So practice up, and we'll see you at the next lesson.